Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Hey, Dean, number one in here tonight. All right. Good evening, PG and Chad. Much love. Much love to you, girl. Number one. Number two, soaring free. All right. There we go. Hello, hello, hello to you. I miss Justice. Number three. Number three in here tonight. Much love, PG. Much love to you, girlfriend. You know it. On Deputy Sheriff number four. Howdy, howdy. Good to see you, Deputy Sheriff. God bless. Much love. All right. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, Jersey. How you doing tonight, sweetie? I'm heading to the bottom. I watched Justin live and was reading the text he had up, and the date said June 4th, not the 15th. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I'm confused too. I'm confused on that one. Hey, Bridget, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Yeah, that's got us all confused. Hey, PG's little girl, how you doing tonight? Hey, Aigu baby, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, she did. That's true. Hey, Australia, how you doing, sweetie? PG, much love to you, girlfriend. You know it. You know it. Let's see. Hey, user, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you in here tonight. Texas Brad, how you doing? Patty Ponytail, lovely London. Good to see everybody. Absolutely. God bless. God bless. Hey, Patty Allen, how you doing? Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Summer Moon, Utah Wells. God bless. Hey, Caroline. Pat, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Good to see you in here. There's Lisa. Hey, y'all. I've been waiting for this all day. Let's see. Hey, Dartmouth, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Let me see. I'm passed up Dartmouth there, right there. AC, how you doing? Good to see you. Always, always LA. How you doing tonight, sweetie? How's the marriage life, PG? It's getting better. It's getting better, that's for sure. It takes a while. It takes a while for two people because like he was living a bachelor life. I've been living a bachelor, you know, lit life. Right? Um, so it takes a while. You used to having everything, so and you could get on each other's nerves. You get on each other's nerves pretty quick. Um, when people's invading your space. You're used to not people not invading your space, right? So, but we're working it out. We're working it out. He finally he finally has his closet. I finally have my closet. Um, yeah, and we're learning. We're learning to, you know, the do's and the don'ts. Right? That's what you learn. You learn the do's and the don'ts. Don't hog the bed. Right? Don't hog the bed. That's number one. Hey, beach girl, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Anna, how you doing? Oh, let me tell you, married life, married life. He asked me, what would you like for Christmas? Well, you know how us women are. We want everything, right? He took it back. He took it back. He's like, um, you know, pretend I didn't ask. When I said, we want everything. Um, I was like, you know how us women are. We want everything. He's like, I take it back. Right? Yeah, Grinch. I married the Grinch. You want to take it back? Hey, Wonder Woman, how you doing, Marianne? Wrong answer. Burnt. Right? I guess I really am getting nothing for Christmas now. Hey, girl, much love to you, Lisa Thompson. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Oh, purple hearts for summer. God bless. God bless. Yeah. Anyway, um, hey, Banjo. I didn't see you. God bless Summer Moon. You told Wells. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, let me tell you something. Did you guys see what went down on Ernie's? Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. It was catastrophic, right? To say the least. To say the least. Oh, I'm gonna tell you. Ziggy went marching right over to Ernie's channel with Benny and got up on the panel. And what did she do? Stuck her foot in her mouth, right? She stuck her foot in her mouth. Oh my goodness. It was, and she's like, stop being erratic, Benny. Uh, Benny wasn't erratic. She was. She was like, man, she came on hinged, right? She came on hinged. That was some funny stuff, man. Funny stuff. I'm gonna play it too. I'm gonna play it. Benny's like, uh, Benny's like, Fred is always dressed because he's ready to go. He's always sleeping in his clothes because he has, because he's ready to run. Right? Yep. He sure did. He got it. He got it from childhood. He got it from childhood, right? He got it from childhood. There he is. There's Freddie boy. And he's still staying dressed, right? He's still staying dressed, even to this day. Right? There's your Christmas. There's your Christmas present, Fred. Right. From Summer's Army to you. We painted you a portrait. Right there it is. Portrait of your childhood. I just gotta ask. I just gotta ask. You being related to Mr. Paul Hill on Van Hill Road, is that as embarrassing as wearing this suit? Right? Is that as embarrassing as wearing this suit today? That's some funny stuff, right? Oh God. Poor Freddie. Poor Freddie. What will we do? Oh shit. But you know what? Honey, I brought it with me tonight. Listen to this.
Is here, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
How you
so
doing, Ziggy?
can y'all hear? And let me make sure
He said, "How you doing, Ziggy?"
we're not trying to.
Any opportunity to text me, call me. I was just live about all this. We just talked about family.
Yeah.
I do feel like
We just talked about family. Yeah. Let's talk about Paul Hill, right? Let's talk about old Paul that lives on Van Hill Road. That was, had um 15 to 20 um sheriff and police officers and detectives parked all up the road, all in his driveway, clean up to his door. Right? Let's talk about those 44 police officers combing over his property, going up his steps and everything else. Let's talk about that, Fred. I'm going to tell you something. If that all that shit was going down, if all that shit was going down at my uncle's house, trust and believe I'm going to know what's going on. I'm going to know. I mean, when you family, man, you're going to know what's happening because you got family you can talk to, right? You can. It's like, what's the 411, man? You know what's going on at Uncle's house. You tell me now. Like, oh yeah, this is happening and that's happening. What? Oh yeah, you didn't know? No. And do tell, do tell. You know, absolutely. He knows, because I'm gonna tell you that shit goes through the grapevine. It goes through the grapevine like, oh my gosh, like fucking water, right? That shit, that shit ain't. It ain't no milkshake. It's fucking water running through that grapevine, family grapevine. Come on.
family could be involved. Yes, like
Like
the family of the Hills, the Bernards. We've been going after Andy Bernard since the beginning. He's family. He's
No, Ziggy, no. See, listen. When your daddy's name's Heel and your cousin's name is Bernard, that means you have to be connected to your mama's. Your mama has to be the sister to your other mama. Now, that hasn't got nothing to do with Fred Hill's daddy, who's related to Paul Hill, and Andy Bernard's daddy. It ain't got nothing to do with Andy Bernard's daddy, who is related to Bernard's. So how does that is Fred's uncle, not Andy's uncle. That is not Andy's uncle. That is Fred Hill's uncle, right? Put a one in the chat if you guys know what I'm saying. It, it's it's not it is not Andy's uncle. It's Fred's uncle because it's Fred's daddy's brother, right? It's got to be Fred's daddy's brother because he's a heel and Fred's daddy's a heel. It isn't George Bernard's brother. It has nothing to do with Andy. They didn't go to Andy's. They didn't go to a Bernard's house. They went to a Hill's house, right? That's what I'm trying. Yeah, exactly, exactly. This has all to do with old Freddie boy. This has nothing to do with Andy. And I'm going to tell you something, Ziggy. Candace didn't go over to Jody Sue's house and meet up with Andy on the 15th of June, 2021. She went freaking down to Fred Hill's house, meeting up with Chad Arnold, meeting up with Fred and Laura's. She went down to Freddie's house at 4:30. At 4:30, Marlena Crawford said that Candace called her at 4:30 and talked with her and told her Summer was already gone. And she went down to meet Chad Arnold at 4:30. She was going down to freaking Freddie Boy's house. And I think she called Marlena to see where Chad was because Chad's supposed to be coming in to meet up with her down at Fred's house. Now, here's my thing. Fred said, him and Laura at the beginning said we were hauling cars. We went to haul cars. We made it to the place. We got our money. We went to the store. We picked up some items we needed. We came back into Ben Hill Road. And that's when we found out Summer Moon Utah Wells was missing. Am I correct? Am I correct? Put a 1 in the chat, you guys, if PG's correct. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm correct. Because at the very beginning, this mother freaker said he was hauling cars. Him and Laura both said they were hauling cars. They made it to the crusher. Then they got their money. They went to the store because they needed some things, got something to eat, or got some things they needed, came back into Ben Hill Road. And that is when they found out that Summer was missing. They didn't even know it till they got back from the crushers and getting some food and some shit they needed. That is exactly what they said. And they said they came in back into Ben Hill Road after law enforcement was already there. They said they came back in around 7:30, between 7 and 7:30, they came back in. More like 7:30 is when they said they got back in there. So, with that being said, we all believed it. We all believed it. Why would we not believe it? Why would we not believe it at the beginning? I mean, that sounds legible. This is what this guy does. He gets a bunch of damn old junk shit and he goes and takes it, to the scrap yard and gets scrapped up money, to make ends meet, right? And just about a week or two before, Don had gave him a old fucking car off the hill, right? Donald gave him an old car off the hill to go scrap. And let us think about that. Let us think about him being up on Don's property just a week or two before Summer went missing, picking up an old scrap car that Don had gave to him. Let's think about this, you guys, because Don and Candace really don't give shit away, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you agree with me. Don and Candace are all take, no give. They take everything they can get. They don't give nobody shit. Because that's exactly who they are. This woman went up there and freaking helped them clean their yard and went to work with Donald and helped spread that mud on the walls and clean up and do whatever she could at his work. And these mother freakers didn't even give her some gas money, didn't give her, didn't bother to give her, even $10 or $20 to get some gas and cigarettes, right? Didn't offer to give her a damn thing. Oh, you can come up here, you can help, you can give to us, you can, give your time and your energy and give everything to us. But fuck you. We're not going to give you nothing, right? We're not going to give you anything for helping us and doing for us. And here they are getting all them gift cards and they're getting all that money and they're getting all this stuff, right? Cash apps, Venmos, PayPals. They're getting all this stuff. And they don't even bother to give this woman some cigarette money or gas money, for coming all that way and helping them. Because they're what? They're fucking users and abusers and all take, no give, right? They don't give a shit about anybody else. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that too, Patty Ellen. I really do. Oh yeah, she sure was. I agree, Australia. Yes, she was. Oh yeah, he may have. That's true. That's true. Georgia Peach, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, sweetie. No doubt in my mind that could have been where the tip came from. I thought it either came from the construction workers out there or, the where they went in on the uncles and stuff. Fred's uncle and, somebody tipped it off. Was my thinking, but you're right. It could have came. I didn't think about Dee Dee's husband. That's a good call, girl. That's a good catch. That's an excellent call right there. It could be true. Yeah, do tell, Freddie, where is Summer? Where is I think, and as I said, hauling the scrap car, you know, um, was, why would we not believe that? Why would we not believe it? I mean, if they'd have stopped right there and kept that as their fucking story, well, we probably wouldn't know, we would have, I would have been sitting here right now saying, hey, they haven't ever changed their story. You know, Fred and Laura, as always said, they were scrapping the vehicle. They didn't even know the Summer was missing till he's coming back in from the scrap yard and getting some food and some, cigarettes or whatever they needed, picking up some miscellaneous stuff and getting back to the house. They didn't even know. And they've always been, they've always kept the story the same story. I would have said, hey, you know, they must, if somebody keeps the same story, diligently keeps the same story, then more than likely it's the truth. More than likely it's the truth. But Fred didn't keep the same story, and Laura didn't keep the same story. First, Laura was saying that they scrapped the car and they made it to the yard, and then she said they didn't make it to the yard. Oh no, we didn't make it. We didn't make it to the scrap yard. So she changed it up. Laura changed it up. And then Fred's like, no, we didn't ever go to no scrap yard. Andy was on the road and he kind of pinned us in all day and we couldn't get out of Ben Hill Road because of Andy and his, pickup trucks and his fucking, good looking women coming in different vehicles. And, he was holding the whole day up, being up there when there's no way in hell Andy was on that road, because I'm going to tell you one thing Andy has done for 4.5 years. He has diligently said, my ass was at work. My ass was at work. I don't know what the hell was going on in Ben Hill Road because my ass was at work. Of course he was at work hiding, just like Don was at work hiding. And, and we verified that. We called where he worked. We talked to the bosses where he worked, and the bosses said, yes, he was here. He was here. I played it for you guys. I played it. I called his work. I talked to him, and I even played it out here. The guy saying, yes, Andy was here. He was here at work on that particular day. Yes, he was. Even Ryan Finds Truth, he called him and he verified it. And they said the same thing. Yes, he was at work. Andy has an alibi. Andy has always used that alibi because it's true. That's where he was. I believe Andy was at work hiding that ass, just like Don was at work hiding that ass. Fred wasn't hiding that ass. Fred wasn't hiding that ass, right? He wasn't hiding it. No, he was letting that tail run free. And I'm going to tell you something. Well, he ain't got no alibi now. He has no alibi. He ain't got nothing he could diligently stick with. And he keeps changing it up. Oh, Andy was in here and we couldn't get out and we couldn't go to the scrapper. So you know what? We was pinned in here all day. And then when we did leave, finally got out of Ben Hill Road, there was between 4 and 4:30. There was a guy I met up with. I never seen him before in my life, but he had a broke down motorcycle. So I went back and I got my trailer and I came back out. Well, where in the hell was Andy? I didn't see anybody. Where was Andy? You told us Andy was fucking up there doing a bunch of shit all the day from from freaking, you said that you saw him around, supposedly you saw Don Wells at 2:30 coming off the hill, and Andy showed up after Don Wells, which would have been around 3:30. And where was Andy? Where was Andy with all these fucking cars and everything that held you in all day? What happened to Andy? Because you said he was there, Fred, and that's why you couldn't do nothing. And here you come back in at 4:15 to get this this trailer that you're going to haul the hell out of there, go get a motorcycle, right? And this to with a guy that you don't know, and you take him to a gas station, you dump him off at some kind of gas station, and then you leave and you haven't ever seen this guy again. But then you turned around and you said, no, it was 2 motorcycles and it was for a guy that you do know. This dude that you do know now. So, what is your story? What is your fucking story? Let me ask you, Fred. Did you go to the crusher and make it and get the stuff like you said and came back between 7 and 7:30, to Ben Hill Road and find out this little girl was missing? Or did you not make it to the crusher and you didn't get no money, so you came back home? You came back home after running around doing whatever and still came in around 7 to 7:30? Or did you haul one guy that you didn't know to the fucking gas station with a motorcycle? Or did you haul a guy that you do know with 2 motorcycles? Why don't you tell us exactly what the real fucking story of where and what the hell you was doing on June 15th, 2021 between mother freaking 3:30 and 6:30, Mr. Fred? Why can't you tell us where the fuck you were and what the fuck you was doing? Because you know what? I think what you were doing is meeting up with Chad and Candace down at your house at 4:30 when Candace showed up down there. And I do believe that Cotton Simpson was telling the truth when he said that he saw Summer in a box. I believe that it was a black tote. I think Cotton did see this little girl inside of a tote down at your house. He told his mother. He told his mother about it. He told some other family members that if anything happened to him, he wanted them to know that, because he was fucking afraid of what he saw at your place going down Fred Hill. And you fucking know it. And you're sitting that ass at Ziggy's place, lying your ass off about June 15, 2021. You doing all kinds of different shit. You keep changing the story because none of those stories are true. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree with me. If you agree with me, put a 2 in the chat. If you think Cotton Simpson truly told the truth about that stuff going down at Fred's house on June 15, 2021, put a 2 in that chat. I think Fred's ass was right there because that's where Cotton Simpson was too. That's where Cotton was. How the hell would Cotton know that they had her in a box if he wasn't there? He saw it. He knew. And him and Fred, and when he got out of jail, when Fred followed him. Oh, honey, I got the recording of Fred saying that him and Marvin followed Cotton Simpson. The very night that Cotton ended up unalived. Them 2 bastards were following him. If that's even true, I'm not sure they followed him. I'm kind of thinking maybe one of them was driving Cotton's vehicle and that's where they parked it. I'm kind of believing that Cotton may have been unalived up on Ben Hill Road instead of in Laurel Run Park, right? I'm kind of thinking he may have been unalived right there on Ben Hill Road when he confronted Fred Hill about Summer Moon Utah Wells. And Laura said that Fred and him was talking about Summer, and she said, what were you talking about? And he said, I ain't going to tell you what we was talking about because I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you. This man might have already been, deceased when he said that shit, right? I'm going to tell you something. Fred Hill is an evil mother freaking person. He is an evil human being. Whether you want to believe it or not, the guy is evil. I mean, a guy pulls up in front of his house, lost. This guy's lost, pulls up in front of his house with the child in the car. And Fred decides to get a pow out and start powing it with the little kid in the car, right? With the child in the car. He doesn't give a fuck about children. He lost all of his, right? He lost all of his. And he was using a pow on a car with another child in it. So that right there lets us know Fred don't give a fuck about kids. Okay? If you value children, you're not going to go get a pow and start powing at a car that's got a child in it. That child's going to keep you from doing something stupid. You're going to say, I can't do this because there's a kid in that car. I'm going to have to call 911 because there's a child in that car. I'm not going to be, doing this with a child in the car. But he doesn't value children. Now, does he? Oh, he sure don't. And you know what I find funny is how does Fred get away with every fucking thing? How does he get away with doing all the dirty shit that he does? Because I'm going to tell you, Ben Hill Road does not belong to Fred Hill. And that man sitting his car out there, I don't give a fuck if it's in front of Fred's house or not. It's sitting out on Ben Hill Road, which Fred does not own. So how did he get away with using a pow on somebody that was on public fucking property? Why don't we think about this shit? Why don't we think about it? What the hell's going on down there? You know what I think? I think everybody's related to everybody. And I think you pretty much can get away with whatever the hell you want when you're related to, all of law enforcement, and you're related to, the neighbors, and you're related to every mother freaking body, coming and fucking going. You get away with shit, right? You get away with a lot of stuff. And I think that's how he's got away with all the shit he's done so far. Anyone else would have been in prison. Oh, not him. Not Fred, right? Not Fred, not Andy, not Jody Sue's, none of them people that's been there forever and a fucking day, right? It's got that great fucking grandpappies going on down there. Because that's just the way it is. And Ziggy wants to sit there and she wants to protect this. She wants to protect this evilness because her ass got up in the air and went and married it, right? She got her tail feathers in the air and went and married it. And she's sitting there, defending it like she's ride and die with it. She's defending it because she don't want to lose it. She don't want to lose that Social Security check. Right? That's more money than she's had in a long time coming in the house. That's more money than she's had in a long time coming in the house. She can actually go to the dollar store every fucking day now. Right? Every day. I mean, Ziggy came out here in this community and she told everybody how abusive Jim was. Right? Jim was so abusive. He was such an abusive son of a bee. She just had to get away from him because he was getting so abusive. Everybody out here needed to donate to Ziggy to get a place away from this guy, this Jim guy, because he was just, a horrible human being. And she could not stand it and take it no more. Her and her daughter, he was just putting them through, so much traumatic bullshit. So much abuse. And then when Jim falls over and ain't alive any longer, right? He falls to the curb. She comes out, oh, he was the best person ever. I just loved Jim. Oh, yeah, I did. He was so good. What the fuck? And then I was supposed to get that vehicle and his kids took it. I was supposed to get all of this stuff and his kids took it. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that. Put a 3 in the chat. I fucking remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it. Trust me. I remember it. I remember taking, you know, her whole chat to the fucking cleaners to get her away from this abusive Jim. I remember her sitting there crying a fucking river when he, you know, wasn't here no more. I mean, if somebody abused the hell out of me like that and they wasn't here anymore, I'd say good fucking riddance, right? Good riddance. That's one less worry I got to worry about. Just saying. But no, not Ziggy. Because she wanted to cry a river and take her chat to the cleaners again. She wanted to take these people to the cleaners one more time. Feel sorry for her and give her a bunch of freaking, you know, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, send her stuff, get her DoorDash to make her feel better. You know, there's 5 pizzas showing up at the door. Pizza man, right? Chicken and wings. Right? And the list goes on. The list goes on. Here's breakfast. There's lunch. There's dinner. Just want you to feel better, Ziggy. Just want you to feel better, hon. I'm going to tell you what. I wouldn't have sent her to sweat off my ass. I wouldn't have sent her to sweat off my fucking ass. You want to know why? I wouldn't send her to sweat off my ass. Because I knew she was a user and a fucking abuser to her people, to her chat. I sat there and I seen how she used and abused these people. You know what? You want to know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for those older ladies who gave her their money and didn't get it back. She promised pay them back and she didn't. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for the woman that passed away with Ziggy still owing her a ton of money. That's who I feel sorry for. I don't feel sorry for Ziggy at all. Ziggy is a fucking, she's just like them people on Ben Hill Road, a user and a fucking abuser and a damn liar. That's exactly what she is. And I will call it like I see it. Because you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. The truth is more important to me. The truth is more important to me than anything else in this world. And by God, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. Trust and believe that. And she's lying for Fred. She's lying because she, you know, she married him. She feels like she's got to lie because what kind of embarrassment is it going to be on her face if she tries to tell the truth about Fred now? What kind of embarrassment is that going to be on her face? Oh, I tell you what, yes. I bet you 10 to 1 the Wells. I bet you 10 to 1 Don and Candace, they're probably underneath their fucking bed right now. They're probably hiding under the bed. They probably moved a few of those cement blocks out of the damn way and stuck another stack on top of the ones they had so it would be big enough underneath there for both of them to get under there and hide. Oh, hell yeah. No doubt in my mind. Their bed's probably almost to the fucking ceiling down there. Just so they could get under it. And I heard if there's going to be an arrest, it's going to be Can first. That's what I heard. That's what's in the grapevine. That's what's being said in Tennessee, not anywhere else. It's being said in Tennessee that the first ones the first one's going to get bracelets is Can. She going to be the first. Hell yeah. And then you know what she's going to do? She's going to get an opportunity. She's going to get an opportunity to mother freaking make a deal. She's going to get an opportunity to run that mouth and get a deal, or else, and that means she's got to give up who? Hunter at the swimming hole. She's going to have to give up Hunter. She's going to have to give up Chad Arnold and Fred Hill and Laura. She's going to have to give up all these motherfuckers. And then law enforcement's going to understand why Cotton Simpson ain't here no more. And Fred knew all the injuries when no one else did. Fred knew exactly what took this man out of the world, right? Nobody else fucking knew it but law enforcement except Fred. Fred happened to know. And thank you for keeping Summer Wells in your prayers. Hey, girl, I appreciate you continuing to be a member and supporting Summer's channel. God bless you. Yeah. All right, McBro. I appreciate that. But yeah, Oh, nobody told them to not leave the area or not to talk to nobody. I'm going to tell you right now, their asses are free to talk to whoever the fuck they want to talk to. And, that is the way it is. Exactly, Miss Justice. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Summer's channel. Amen. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you, I think maybe Ronnie wants to solve the case before he leaves out of there. Maybe Ronnie Lawson wants that case solved. Maybe that's going to be his grand finale going out of, law enforcement. That could be his grand finale, is to solve this case. And amen to that. Amen to that. I hope so. Absolutely. I hope so. But I'm going to tell you something, Ziggy, a liar. She gets up there and she gets erratic with poor Ernie. She gets erratic with poor Benny Keys. Why is she getting erratic with these two guys? Why is she getting all erratic? Because she feels, she needs to defend Fred. Well, if you feel like you need to defend Fred, old Freddie boy, then fucking you must feel that old Freddie boy's damn guilty. You got to feel that motherfucker's guilty to feel like you have to get your ass up there and be defending him. Now, don't you, Ziggy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. Won't you run that ass over here? Won't you run that ass over here to PG's channel and come up here? Won't you bring that ass over here to PG's channel? Because I'm going to tell you what, I ain't no fucking Benny Keys. I ain't no Ernie. I know this case like the back of my hand. And you ain't going to be up here telling me no shit, because I'll be telling you. I'll be telling you, fucking Ziggy, and you know it. That's why you don't bring that ass anywhere over here. And you and freaking Fred did exactly to Cody what you mother freaking did, what Don Wells did to Wayne Warlock. You did the same fucking thing. You used Cody to get Ernie's attention off of Fred. Just like freaking Don Wells used Wayne Warlock to get the attention off of his ass. That's what you guys been doing. You've been throwing people under the bus, innocent people under the bus, to get the focus off of your fucking nasty asses. And I'm going to tell you what, those people you're throwing under the bus, you better hope they don't look for no retaliation, because you're messing with some really evil people. And they're just as fucking evil as Fred. They're just as evil as Don Wells, if not eviler. You're throwing the wrong people under the bus, honey. And word is getting back to them. And word is getting back to them because I'm going to tell you something about the YouTube community. They have a way of contacting people and talking to them. The very people you run your mouth about, like Cody. Oh, trust me, he's going to get hit up on Facebook if he has one. And if he doesn't, then he's going to mother freaking get some phone calls. Right? Because these people have a way of being able to search anyone and everyone. If they have a name, they're going to get the damn number. They're going to get the address. They're going to get a hold of this person and they're going to find them. And that's just the way it is. And they're going to let them know that you and Fred are throwing them under the bus. So, and that's what you're scared of. That's what you're scared of. You thought you had some kind of little secret thing going on with Ernie, and Ernie wasn't going to expose it. I'm going to tell you what, Ziggy, how long have you been out here? How long have you been out here on the YouTube world? Because everybody says, oh, I'm not going to expose it, but they fucking do. When you give somebody something to run with, they're going to run with it. They're going to run with it. And you shouldn't, you should not put people under the bus, innocent people under the bus that are so dangerous, just to get the focus off of you. You don't do that stupid shit. If the focus is on you, then you need to handle it. You need to handle it, right? That's what you got to do. You got to handle it. Answer the questions. Answer the questions. Don't deter the conversation and do a detour onto somebody else. That's bullshit. Oh yeah, she was all fucking erratic and everything. I'm gonna tell you something. She got a screw loose. Got a motherfucking screw loose.
Family to Paul Hill. Karen's family to Paul Hill.
Well, hold on. Andy's in here. Andy's in here, guys. Jody Sue's in here. I'm going to drop a link for all you guys.
Talking to all them.
Can I talk to Fred? Can I actually talk to Fred?
No, he's not here, Benny.
Oh, fucking yes, he is. Because Ziggy, later you say, maybe he'll come back in here when he calms down. Maybe he'll come back in here. So he's right there. He's right there. I mean, this fucking Fred's walking around your place, Ziggy, like he's got an ankle bracelet on. He's acting like he's got an ankle bracelet on. Jody Sue, I need to see you, hon. You want to come up? I got to see you. Okay, babes, I'm bringing you up. What's up, Jody?
Hey, Prayer Garden.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, I guess. Alive and kicking. You?
What do you think? What do you think about Fred trying to act like Andy, that's Andy's uncle and not his? It's his fucking uncle, not Andy's. Andy's a Bernard. Fred's a Hill.
PG.
It's his uncle over there on Hill Road. It has not shit to do with Andy.
It's all of their uncles, PG, and even my kids are related. I mean, like, that is indeed Andy's uncle.
The Hill guy is Andy's uncle too?
Uncle, but
how is he Andy's uncle?
Along with around the mother. Like, you're looking at a family, there was like, well over a dozen kids come down from that line, and then they've all had kids and all that. But yes, that is indeed Andy's. It is also, I mean, they're related to my kids, everybody else, and I don't understand what any of the relationship has to do anything anyway.
Isn't Fred and Andy cousins because of the mothers? Isn't Andy's mother the sister to Fred's mother?
No.
Then how is Andy and Fred cousins? Are they like second cousins, third cousins, or are they first cousins?
Ben and Elizabeth had X amount of children. Those children include Andy's mama, Fred's dad, etc., and then it comes on the line. So Fred is the one y'all know, that's his direct uncle. The other, it's Andy's great uncle, but he is also, I mean, like, look, there are, even at the family barbecues, there's like over 1,000 and Mother's
Okay,
Day
so
events and stuff.
Fred's dad. So Andy's mother's a heel.
No. I mean, she is, but she's not like married to us. She's actually, something else. But okay. So Andy's mom is Fred's dad's sister.
Right. So
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so she's a heel. She's a heel, and she married a Bernard.
No, she's not. I mean, she is. She came from that line.
Her maiden name. If Andy's
She is
mom
not,
is
her maiden name is not
is Fred's dad's sister, then she would have been a heel. Her maiden name
No,
would have been
Andy's
heel.
Mama is the one y'all are speaking of. It's all right. Andy's mama and Fred's dad are brother and sister. Does that make sense?
Andy's grandmother and
Yes.
Fred's mom are brother and sister.
No. Andy's mama and Fred's father
are sister and brother. So the Mamaw was a heel. The Mamaw was a heel. And then, so the grandmother was a heel. And Fred's dad.
And Elizabeth Ben is also Andy's grandfather. That road name, I mean, Andy, they're all related, but also we're all related in too. But, the thing is, none of this in the family genealogy is doing anything. And just because a creator couldn't spout it or whatever, it's not solving Summer's case. The stuff Ernie's doing, everybody driving back and forth, terrorizing out on Van Hill.
Who would have had access to Paul Hill's property? Who would have had?
I'm not going to talk about that side of the family, PJ. I'm not going to talk about them. They need to be afforded the same courtesy as normal people out in the world. What everybody's doing, including Ernie and Justin and McDonough and all the crazies on the ground, aren't helping. What if law enforcement's looking?
They are on this Paul Hill. They're on Paul Hill's property looking for Summer right now.
Okay, but if law enforcement or feds wanted y'all to know what the hell was going on there, they would have released a further or more explanatory update, wouldn't they?
Well, I know.
Sending traffic on the ground could actually.
I know right now they're sifting dirt. Right now, I know they're sifting dirt. Now I don't know.
I don't care.
Pigs won't.
I don't care. It ain't none of nobody's business. If it was, FBI and TBI.
I think it's Summer Moon Utah Army's business out here. I think that all these people who for
they may
years have been a voice for this little girl who has stayed on law enforcement to do something and get something done. I think it's all of our fucking business.
Nobody ever had to stay on top of law enforcement. They never stopped working, and if anything, YouTube and all this craziness has slowed down the investigation for Summer. Just like all the people driving up and down Van Hill right now are not helping the investigation. Y'all don't know what's what. Y'all are Blue Barrel and Lincoln genealogy screwing up, conspiracy.
I ain't gonna have you up here talking that kind of shit to me and Summer's Army. I ain't gonna have you coming up here talking that shit, Jody Sue. I'm gonna tell you what. You need to shut your fucking stinking pie hole, because I'm going to let you know right now, we all have a motherfucking right to know exactly what happened to Summer. Matter of fact, why don't you go back over to your channel and answer why you lied about a motherfucking screen? Why don't you tell everybody why Candace called you up to change the time frame and you told her no, but where was your money? Where was your share of those fucking gift cards and all that Venmo and PayPal and Cash App money that she had? Because I heard your fucking ass in the background, literally talking to her about it. So why don't you go over there and explain that? Why don't you go over there and explain your fucking portion of dirtiness in Summer's case. Why don't you go do that, Jody Sue? Why don't you go fucking do that? Because you just got a steel toe boot, and you can do it standing up. Because you motherfucking got a steel toe boot in the ass over here, right? Don't come over here and tell us that kind of bullshit. You don't know what the fuck's going on Paul Hill's property, and that's why you're not willing to talk about it. That's why you ain't coming over here to say shit. But I do know what's going on. I know what's going on, bitch. Let me enlighten you about what's going on. Pigs don't eat fucking human teeth. Okay? They might eat everything else, but they ain't going to eat no human teeth. They're fucking sifting dirt right now. They're sifting the fucking dirt. Okay? That's why they hauled all that dirt out of there, because they're sifting that shit. They're looking for evidence. And the reason we ain't heard nothing is because it takes a long time to sift fucking truckloads of dirt. So you shut the fuck up, girl. You don't know shit. Don't come over here fucking talking to me. I was nice to you. I'm nice to everybody until you give me reason not to, and you fucking gave me reason. You take your big fucking ass over there and talk shit on your own channel.
I was
He's
just
in the
right.
chat though, right? So he can come up. Why are you so like pipe down, Ziggy? Ziggy, pipe down. You taking this real personally, and you have a whole history on this.
Problems between me and Tiffany, and you're just
Put a one in the chat if PG handled that like a fucking boss. Right? I handle that shit like a boss. I don't be putting up with nobody's shit. And you know why? Because we don't have to. We don't fucking have to, right? Summer's Army don't have to put up with that shit. We ain't ever gonna be putting up with that shit.
trying to cause problems, Benny. This is about Summer Wells.
Ziggy.
But we did learn that they're a bunch of fucking inbreds, right? And everybody's related to everybody, like I said. Got that one right.
This is about using your own words. Like you are all piped up.
You're talking shit, dude.
I'm talking.
What words are you talking about?
So tell me what I've been wrong about, or tell me how you feel like I'm talking shit about you.
Talking shit. What are you talking about? 5 stories. What 5 stories? I'm waiting to hear it, Benny.
What 5 stories? What do you mean?
Reference what you're talking about?
What?
Yeah. Benny should have told you. Yeah, I want to talk about the 5 stories. I want to talk about you were hauling cars and you made it, and you was hauling cars and you didn't make it. You know, right there's 2. You fucking was come in and got a trailer to haul 1 motorcycle with somebody you don't know. Then you came in and got it to haul 2 motorcycles for somebody you did fucking know, right? And let's talk about Andy's supposed to be on the road when he had his ass at work hiding, and Jody Sue was sitting up there ready to make up a big fucking lie about a scream. Oh, come on. Let's motherfucking talk about all of these motherfucking stories, Ziggy. You could go up there and talk shit to Benny, because Benny's been out of the loop for a minute. He's been out of the loop. He ain't up to date on everything going on out here. But you ain't gonna come over here talking that shit. You ain't coming over here talking no shit like that. And you wouldn't have been talking it there if I would have been up there. If I'd have been at Ernie's on that panel, you wouldn't have been talking that shit over there. Matter of fact, if I'd have been up on that panel, your bitch ass wouldn't even come up there, because you would have knew when you want to talk about 5 fucking stories, honey, I'd have gave you 10, right? I'd have gave you 10 of them. And get Fred's ass back in the fucking house and you know, and off the phone with Don Wells. Get him back in the fucking house. Right, Fred? Get you the fuck off the phone with Don Wells. Did you tell everybody he was on the phone outside with Don Wells? Oh, yeah. Nobody's supposed to know that, right? Oops.
What do you mean 5 stories?
Hole in this community. Why are you using it for bad? Are you back on drugs now that your mom's out of town? Why are you doing this?
My mom is downstairs, and all of a sudden, because it's not going.
Yeah. And poor Benny, he had to go running down the staircase and mother freaking show a picture of his mom sitting right on the sofa. Oh, your mom's on vacation and you're doing illegal substances and you're just all erratic, Benny. Would you like me to call your probation officer? How would you like Benny to call in Fred's? Matter of fact, he asked you that, didn't he? And then you wanted to calm down when he said, "Hey, how about we call Fred's?" Oh, you didn't want to talk about that. You wanted to calm down and apologize then, didn't you, Ziggy?
What is going on?
Hey, can you mute her for? Hey, Ziggy, mute her for a minute.
Hold on, guys.
Ziggy,
Oh, wait a minute,
shame on
wait.
you.
Ziggy,
All
wait,
of a
one
sudden,
at a
it's not
time,
going
talk.
your way.
One at a
And you know what? I would have muted her. I would have muted her so Benny could get in his question. I would have muted her ass, right? Because she's erratic. She's wanting to scream so nobody can, hear what Benny's asking, and she's just wanting to deter everything, make it to where Benny can't think, where he can't think about what he's wanting to know, what he's wanting to ask. She's just wanting to keep running her mouth, hoping that it'll just distract and deter everything going on there. And it'll just be one big, shit show of a life. And nothing would be, really solved or relevant to nothing at the end of it all. And, I can't say that, she didn't get what she wanted. I mean, some things were relevant and so forth and so on. I think Ernie does a hell of a job at what he does, but I would have muted her. Right?
It has to be about drugs and this and that. Don't you have a past of drugs too? Because you the one seems like you're twitching all out on the internet, sweetie.
Exactly. Absolutely. Man, you ever see her? She'd be picking at her arms, and she'd be picking at her fucking legs, and she'd picking at her face. And that's what people, that's what mother freaking people do. I can't see you, old snap PG's daughter. I can't get a clear picture of it. Okay, girl.
Sorry for interrupting. I'm on my way home. I actually got to get off work early. I was going to be stuck here till 2:30. But anyhow, I did go up on Ernie's panel last night.
I seen you.
To set him straight.
Yeah, you did. You and Australia was up there.
Yes.
After.
Yes.
Yeah, at the end there. Yeah.
It's becoming bull crap, and that Chango or whatever his name is keeps saying the wells where you see the old man and the donkey and the lady. He keeps saying he called in a tip, and I'm like, OMG.
Right.
I don't know where this man lives, you know what I mean? So
right.
Not calling him a liar because he acts like he's a really great guy. He does.
I don't know. I don't know
him, so I can't say bad stuff because I don't know him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These other suspects out here that keep lying and lying and lying. Man, they just need to go on. Like Ziggy will not let Fred talk. Never does. And if it does, she's right there and she's got to autocorrect him because it's not in his metabolism as Candace is to lie.
Right. Exactly. I'm going to tell you, I think Cotton Simpson, from what he told his mother and his family, I think that allows us to understand Fred had all to do with this, right? He had all to do. He had his hands in it. He had his hands fucking dirty. I think that, the big muddy bathroom that his sister was talking about, allowed us to know he had his dirty hands in it too. And a child's t-shirt or whatever supposedly being in there. I think that, I think a whole lot and money, and she found money that she felt belonged to Cotton Simpson. I think that, we got enough there. I believe that there's enough evidence on Fred where Cotton's concerned with everything. And Summer for law enforcement. And for law enforcement to be moving in on it. I think there's enough evidence with Candace that law enforcement could be moving in on it. I think there's enough evidence with Hunter that law enforcement could be moving in on it. I don't understand, why law enforcement ain't moving in on this shit, because, this is definitely a group project to whatever happened to this child.
Yes. And you know, they're getting soil samples and some stuff, so. And
They're
how far
sifting.
is that?
They're sifting that soil.
How far
They're
is
sifting it.
that? Yes. Sorry
That-
to interrupt you. How far is it from Fred, where he lives, to that? So it's still 9 point some
15
miles. So
minutes,
if Fred went through
15.
the woods like he could.
15 minutes. 15
Okay.
minutes. That's it.
He
15
could have
minutes.
access to the stuff, the equipment.
So, you know, it's 15 minutes down the
It's not
road.
making-
And you know, I
Well, if
don't
he
know.
walked,
I don't
wondering
know.
how far.
But I heard that supposedly they found a t-shirt.
That's what I found. I didn't really hear that.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that they found a child's t-shirt that they do believe belonged to Summer Moon Utah
To
Wells.
Summer. Yes.
And I hear that they're I hear they're sifting this dirt. You know, because even I heard this person has hogs as well. And
Right.
from my understandings, I'm bringing you up, Jenny. If you want to close the camera.
Please tell me.
Yeah, it's just.
Jenny,
Hey,
there's something on in the background of your background.
Is that Jenny?
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Sorry. I'm going to jump down because I'm driving. I'll be home in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's foggy.
All right,
but I
girl.
will be home.
I appreciate you coming
I
up.
love you,
God
Mom.
bless.
And I'll be back. Love you, Mom.
And Jenny, I can't. You got stuff on in the background. It's got to be turned off.
I've turned it off. Can you hear me?
Okay, girl. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that there was a, you know, and they're sifting the dirt. For, you know, there's hogs down there, but hogs will not eat human teeth. They will not eat teeth. They'll eat everything, bones, everything, but they will not eat teeth. So, you know, they went in there, they took out truckloads, big giant truckloads of dirt. And, you know, that's what I'm hearing.
That's crazy.
How you been
Well,
doing, girl?
I've been doing all right. Pretty
All
good.
right. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
That's good. I heard you got married.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you found someone.
Amen. Amen.
Everyone deserves to be happy.
Well, I've been pretty much engaged to him for a long time. I mean, that was like the longest engagement ever because, you know, a lot of different reasons. You know,
Yeah.
I was doing this case and then my kids, you know, I didn't really I don't think I was ready to have somebody, you know, coming in the house around the kids at the time. And I really wasn't ready to let go of my first husband, you know, passed away the way he did and everything. It was a whole lot. It was a whole lot of everything mixed into one. But, you know, so you have to, at some point, you know, you got to let go. You got to just let go of, you know, the past and start the future, you know, quit living in the past. And I think that's, you know, was one of my biggest things. I was living in the past too much and wasn't, you know, moving into the future the way I should have.
Yeah, I
You
know
know,
what you mean.
I had a lot of grievance on my shoulders, you know. And I was packing it for a long time. And you know, I just have to let go of it. I got to let go of it, and he's a really good guy. He's a really, really good man. And
That's
and
good.
at the
As long
start
as
of
he
it,
treats you like a queen.
well, he don't treat me like no queen, but he don't treat me like no queen, but he does love me and I love him, and and we get along really, really well. And if he just quit hogging the bed, I think we get along a lot better, right? That's the only thing I got a problem with. But and I was wondering why didn't I have that problem when I was, dating and engaged to him for so long, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Right.
I guess you can't see the forest for the trees sometimes, but
I'm
he's
I'm
getting better.
still with Ron.
Oh wow, you guys been together forever and a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Amen.
Going on almost 15 years.
Yeah. Hey girl, I'm gonna tell you, there's the Summer's case right now, and there's a lot going on in it.
Oh, there is.
Oh yeah, they
I
sure are.
heard. Did they find anything from the search or anything?
They're sifting dirt. I heard that they're going through, like they went in there and came out with like tons of dirt that I guess they're going to be sifting through for something. So I think it might be teeth. I don't know, but I'm thinking it could be teeth. I don't
It's
know.
a possibility.
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah.
You're up all night, like wandering around in a room.
You were just talking good about Fred like a couple weeks ago. Now all of a sudden you
Yeah, now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of new stuff.
Oh, sure.
And Benny's right. And Benny's right. There's a whole bunch of new stuff, that puts Fred right in the, right in the middle of it all, right? It's his uncle. It's his uncle. Candace wasn't going and meeting up with Andy. She was going and meeting up with Fred that day. Down at Fred's house. I mean, Fred has to face the truth, right? These people's got to face the truth.
Sure. What about Fred? Sure. What?
Ziggy,
What?
hold on now. Pipe down.
It's just lies.
You got it's lies.
Causing fucking bullshit.
Pipe down, Ziggy. Just wait a minute.
No, the fucking bullshit is Fred lying constantly, and you standing there, motherfucking aiding and abetting it, Ziggy. That's the fucking problem.
Pipe
Everybody,
down.
hey Ziggy,
Right?
let him talk, and
So-
then you can answer.
Why did Fred tell Ernie?
Text me. He doesn't care. He wants.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, no, I'm very careful about having contact with people in my real life. I don't want to invite you. Listen, Ziggy. I don't want to invite tarot card readers into my real life, sweetheart. That's the honest God truth of it.
How long ago was that I did that? Have I done it since?
So why listen to me? You're really showing your cards here, Ziggy. And no pun intended. What do you mean it has to? My mom is out of town, and so I'm on drugs, and that's why I'm telling the truth about you. What are you talking about, Ziggy?
Why are you acting like all the
No. You're not gonna skate out of this, Ziggy. You're not gonna skate out of this.
Okay.
My mom is out of town, so I'm on drugs, right?
Well, I don't know. You obviously.
No, you seem to know. You and Donna Serafina got all the answers, baby. You seem to know.
You're not.
So pipe down.
Jesus.
Settle down.
Well, we could have had you could have called
Listen, Ziggy.
I'm bringing you up, Ernie. What's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Hi,
man,
Ernie.
I'm going to tell you what. She was so wrong because Benny has been out of the loop for a while, and he ain't up to date on everything. I mean, he was up to, when he told her new shit has hit the fan, Ziggy, and it's putting Fred in the middle of it all. He was right. He was right. And did you see the way she continued to she wanted to screech over top of everybody, to turn everything into a shit show so people would not benefit from the questions being asked by you and Benny to her that needed to be answered actually by Fred. But she wasn't even going to calm down enough and get um respectful enough to answer those questions, right?
Well, you know what? You know what's funny about it is, it's the way it happened. It's the way it was led into. She was like, "Have you watched this yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you watched all of it all the way through?"
Oh, let me tell you, I seen it. I seen her. Benny had to run down the staircase and show his mother, literally show his mom in the background, to prove that she did. You wanted to fuck your. I mean, that goes to show you, Ernie. It goes to show you that her and Fred and the Wells, that all of these people think that they can just speak their fucking lies right into truth, and and there's going to be no fucking repercussions of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
they
Benny
gave me
gave
that.
her the repercussion, didn't he? He gave her it when he went down that staircase and showed his mother. It's like, bitch, you ain't gonna speak your fucking lies into no truth with me. I'm gonna shut it down right now. And he did. He like shut her shit down.
So what's funny is, on my panel, I let everybody have an opportunity to talk. I don't never hardly mute anybody, but I had to mute. I had to mute Ziggy there for a minute, and Benny, he had her. I mean, there was no
Oh,
way
yeah,
out of it.
he
And
did.
still, there's more that I haven't put out there yet. See, what they did is, what was bad about it is, they sent me on this Cody Compton thing, which I turned it into a general awareness lesson, like who's around the area.
Exactly.
And so, and before, because Fred was saying both of them was in the game, well, I screenshotted the message.
Right.
And when Ziggy tried to do that, in the end, you'll see that when you keep playing this through, that you'll see exactly what I did, and it was it was wild. I just didn't know this was all going to play out like this. I had an idea, because here's the thing about it: the dogs, and I'm not put this out there yet. I didn't even get to finish what I was going on with my original show about the type of dogs it was, what all it was, all that. And that's the things that I learned from officers in the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. And I didn't even get to push that out there. I didn't even get to put that out.
Exactly. They
You know,
had they had search dogs up there, and not cadaver dogs. They had search dogs up there,
scent dogs, yeah,
and
search dogs,
and
search and
and
rescue.
the, and the search dogs they messed up the first search dogs that came in. Candace and Donald purposely left their dogs out to mess it up, and then they had to wait longer. It was getting dark already. They had to bring new search dogs in, and when the new ones came in, I'd be damned if they don't go down the driveway and out to the road, and Jody Sue stand there with another dog, which fucked it up again. And that's how it was going. That's how the search dog thing was actually going. Now, my understanding is search dogs hit on Fred Hill's mother freaking driveway down there too.
Well, see, here's the thing:
I
going
heard
down,
that too.
going down
And
Bron in the driveway from they caught the scent coming off the Wells property there,
oh yeah,
like
well,
in the car.
I think that the dog would have. I think that the search dog may have continued um going down possibly to Fred's, if if it wouldn't have been for um Jody Sue's dogs being
Mhm.
down there. If it wouldn't have been a sense of another dog again.
Right.
I don't think it would have, it would have lost itself like that.
Would you see, the thing about this is, and nobody, and I hit on it this morning. As soon as we did this live last night, early this morning, Ziggy puts a tip into the TBI.
Really?
Yes, go look at her post. She put a tip into the TBI this morning. And now my family I was on the mountain all day. I work on top of the mountain, and I'm getting off the mountain. My family contacted me, and guess what?
What?
I think she turned me in because the TBI has reached out to my family, and they're telling me to contact them now.
Oh,
What?
wow.
So
That's
as soon as
crazy.
you hit something, it's like it's a never. And I don't know if Ziggy did it or not because she didn't. She said the tip wasn't about Summer Wells. So what else could it be about? It was on my show. This
Well,
happened.
I tell you this. I know that Don Wells and Don, Candace, um, and Fred and them, that surrounding group, um, in this case, those suspects, I can tell you this much, and I know this for sure because I heard it right out of the horse's mouth that they was trying to blame you. They was telling law enforcement clean back when Summer first went missing that that they need to look into this Ernie Shell guy and all of this stuff about Ernie Shell, and he was in the area and he hangs with this weird bunch of people and was into uh, trafficking and all this stuff and they was literally trying to convince not only law enforcement but the community that you were into something like that. And
Well, I was working with the TBI. We about the Candace thing and all that. They would not say, "Hey, let's do this," and then Hawkins County said, "No, no, no, we ain't going." All that. But
right,
what gets me is Beanie says it right here. He's like, "Why is everybody in this?" Because this is on my panel. Why is you have Jody Sue, you have Andy, you have all these, you have the Fred, you have Ziggy, you have half the suspects or more, probably 90% of the suspects over in my chat last night,
I
and
agree.
he's
I
like, what
agree.
has Ernie hit on that everybody's like, whoa, wait, whoa, they don't want it on it. And now this happens. Like
Mhm.
Ziggy submits a TBI tip. She says that they got if you look on her wall, you'll see it. It was this morning
Well,
at 10.
I think I tell you why I think she did that. That tip. And now I can't say that she, sent a tip about you or anything like that. But I can say if she put on her wall that she sent a tip, which I haven't seen it. I don't go to her wall,
It's
but
on her wall. It's on
but
her wall.
if she did, I tell you why she done it, and you're going to hear it in this clip I got of yours playing out to the people. Um, she, you and Benny asked her, when's the last time you and Fred turned in a tip? Remember that? Remember you guys
Yeah.
asked her when's the last time she turned into a tip, and
Mhm.
she was like, clean fucking last year. You know what I'm saying? Clean
Yep.
last year. You
And
know
then
they
today,
you know that they got more than that, right? You know that they got more than that. And I mean, if it's been like a year ago, they turned in some shady ass tip. Um, didn't Didn't they're hiding. I think when she called into law enforcement a year ago, and she did it right on her panel. She did it on her panel, and they hung up on her. Um, she was calling in, and they just straight up hung up on her. When it comes to
yeah.
Fred, they just hang up on her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, they hung up on me." I can't believe this. Um, yeah. So I think what she wanted was, she knew that her and Fred was looking bad when you and Benny asked about, when's the last time you turned in that tip. I think that, she knew they were looking real fucking shady, real bad because, a year ago they did it for click likes and views right on the damn live and everything else, got their asses hung up on by law enforcement. And I think that, and they were feeling, like the low and mother freaking put out another tip, you know, to because you guys brought it up. That's what
So let me bring
I
something up
think
to you.
you're
Let
trying
me
to
bring
make
something up
yourself
to you.
smell good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They still fucking stink.
Let me bring something up to you, PG. We know the dogs hit on Fred's property, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I said on his driveway.
Now get this. The excuse was it's where Don and Candace had been there and they probably had summer scent on them. Let me say this.
Bullshit.
When a scent dog hits and it's trained, a scent dog or a cadaver dog, But a scent dog is trained for an individual. When you
That's
give it like a sock to smell, it's not going to hit on Don or Candace. It's going to hit on that youngin, that baby,
that's
because it
right.
was Summer's clothing item. It don't matter if you wash that clothing or whatever. And I'll give you an idea. If you watch Mr. Beast, he tries to outrun a scent dog, and he can't do it. He tries
Right.
to do distractions and everything. As long
Right.
as he's still moving, that scent dog's on him. Unless you get into a vehicle, and you get what I'm saying here. So
Absolutely.
so with that, when Fred says, "Oh, it's probably because Don and Candace and my dad, they're hanging out." No, 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 no. It is trained for whatever item it's sensing to
That's
go
right.
after. In this
That's
case,
right.
Summer Wells. So yes, somewhere in some time, Summer was there, and it couldn't be in a period. It had to be a certain earlier time
Summer,
for that.
Summer has her own mixed DNA, which is a combination of her parents, a combination of her brothers. It's a combination, you know, but it's not the same. No two people have the same. And you're exactly right. When a scent dog gets a scent of someone, it gets their scent mixed,
Mhm.
their DNA mixed with everything, and
Oh
it
yeah.
goes directly for that and that alone.
Hmm.
Every human, just like they got individual fingerprints, you got an individual distinct um DNA odor that's going to go for nobody but you. No one else is going to have your scent.
Right. Let me get this call real fast, PG. Thank you.
You know what, Ernie? Real quick, I want to ask you, why in the hell would Candace hide the top she took off of Summer, the jacket she took off of Summer, the dress that Summer had on earlier that morning, the sundress over the bathing suit, and the bathing suit? Why would she hide every mother freaking thing that this little girl had on from the time she got up to the time she disappeared? Why the fuck was she hiding it all from the search dogs and gave them a dirty pair of fucking shorts out of a dirty basket of fucking clothes, when she had fresh stuff to give them that the little girl had on right then and there?
Yep. So that
Why
was
would
one
she
of the
do that?
things as well. But
That
here's the
tells us
thing.
she didn't want Summer found, doesn't it? Doesn't
Yep.
that tell us that she didn't want her daughter found?
Because they tell you whenever, and here's the thing, and I know this because we've been after people before, and they've had search dogs, and we've actually seen them. I don't use them, of course. Like when we was doing bounty hunting and law enforcement assist, they'd have search dogs sometimes. So, and they was just looking for a certain individual.
Right.
So when you're looking for violent fugitives or something like that, so I'm going to say this: they say they want the most recent thing they've had on. That's what they say.
Exactly.
So that's what they tell you. They don't want something that's been like laying around and it's got other, all that other scent stuff on it. They want something that's been the most recent, something that you took off, preferably a sock. Your feet give out so much. So preferably a sock. So when they hit that with a dog and everything, the dog sniffs it, plays with it a little bit. It's got that scent. It's going to find
Well,
you.
well, the jacket would have done just as good,
Mhm.
because the jacket would have, they would have had also, armpits give out the smell.
Armpits, and soles of
Absolutely.
feet.
And
Yes,
the
you're right.
jacket would have gave out, a scent just like a sock would have.
Hmm. Exactly.
But she
Uh,
didn't give it to him. But she didn't give it to him.
No, 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 no. She did not. Let me get this call, PG. I'm gonna try to come back up here in a minute.
All right. But yeah, absolutely. She hid everything. She didn't want her daughter found, right? She didn't want her daughter found
Right.
because
Sounds that way.
she took everything that the child was wearing, and she did not give any of it to the search dogs in order for Summer to be found. She took a pair of dirty shorts out of a tainted laundry basket that God knows who had on, and gives them to the search dog, right?
Oh,
Then,
jeez.
oh yeah, that's exactly what she did. And then they kept telling law enforcement, she's not out there. You're wasting your time searching for her. She didn't wander off. We know she's not out there. Well, if you know she's not fucking out there, then you must know where she is. And they wanted to stay with abduction because they wanted law enforcement to be looking elsewhere, not on their damn land. So if you ain't wanting law enforcement on your land, and you can tell them, where your daughter isn't, then that I think that is probable cause to put handcuffs on your ass and arrest you up with the suspicion of mother freaking doing something to your child to make it disappear. Put a one in the chat if you agree with me. Because I would have definitely put handcuffs on their asses and said, listen.
I agree with you.
Asses, you're being arrested with suspicion that you've done something to your child because you're sitting here and you're telling us where your child isn't. You're not giving us you was withholding clothes she had on that very day instead of giving it to us for the search dogs. You're carrying on with an abduction shit because you don't want us up here around you. And if you don't want us up here, then that means you're fucking, you know you're guilty as hell. And we're taking you in.
Did they ever find that black
Try to get your
container
asses
box?
out of this one, right? Try to get your asses out of this one. And I would have arrested them on suspicion of mother freaking unliving their child. And I would have told him, you better hope she turns up, because if she doesn't, you're going down for it. Right? And that's what they
Right.
should have told him. That's my opinion. I'm going to damn keep it.
Did they ever find that black container box?
Not yet, but I got a feeling that, you
Kathy
know,
still have it?
there's very good possibility, you know, it might be, you know, on the residents. I mean, if they, you know, I'm kind of, if this doesn't pan out, then I think the grave site's going to be their next. I think they're wanting to check this before the grave site. I think that
Yeah.
the next thing you're going to see is them at the grave site. But right now, you know, they got this tip that, you know, and they're going to go over it, which they might find. They might find, you know, that black toad in one of the buildings on, you know, one of them old buildings on this man's property. They may have found it. They may have found it with the scent of summer in it. And now they're looking, you know, because, you know, I mean, they probably had her in that box, took her down there and possibly, you know, dumped her to them hogs, right? They might have dumped her to the hogs. And that's why they're getting all of that dirt, because hogs don't eat teeth. They will not eat teeth. And they're sifting that dirt to see if they're, you know, if they can get, you know, find any teeth or bone fragments, or, you know, anything that may have been left. I don't know.
I feel like they're getting closer to solving it. I just feel it in my gut.
Right?
That they're getting closer to something.
Well, see, Tennessee hates to prosecute. Tennessee does not like to prosecute without the body, you know, without the remains. And that is a problem. That's a real problem, because Georgia will mother freaking take you down whether they got the body or they don't. So will Florida. Most states will. Most states will, you know, be. But this guy running Tennessee, you know, he, you know, you could have all the evidence in the fucking world, and it seems like this guy, and, you know, still ain't enough for him. And I don't understand that. You know, personally, I say vote him out and put somebody else in. If he isn't willing to do what needs to be done, you know, if he ain't willing to see that if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a fucking duck, it's a goddamn duck. And if he can't fucking see that, and he can't prosecute on that, then, you know, maybe they need somebody else that will. That's my opinion. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, nobody needs to keep an eye on that grave, because if she's down underneath that vault in that coffin, them motherfuckers ain't going to get her out. They're not going to get her out. Trust me, they're not going to get her out of there. Hell no. And I hear law enforcement has been, you know, in that area a whole lot anyway. And in a possibility, yeah, yeah, they probably are keeping an eye on it to make sure that nobody's up there with a backhoe trying to do something stupid. But
Sorry
you're not
about
right.
that, Prayer
You're,
Garden. Ron called me.
all right, girl.
No, he already talked to him. I just
Oh,
didn't know if it came over the stream or not.
no, no.
Okay, good. So what was you saying?
Anyway, um, I'm trying to read the chat. Somebody said they found a shirt in a red truck. I think I heard they found a shirt. I don't know about no red truck. I did not hear that they was even looking for a red truck. When they went in on this tip, I don't think a red truck was even in the equation. When they went in on this tip, I believe that it was, it was something more. I think somebody found that little shirt on that land, or God knows what somebody came across that they're searching into it now. It could have been some baby teeth. It could have been, I don't know. I don't know what they found.
Well,
But
Dolly said that Candace's cousin called in on the show and said that um the Journey or whatever Marlena's daughter's name is was the one that they were after, and they took
no,
Summer
no,
instead.
no. That's Don and Candace wanting the people to believe that fucking bullshit when there ain't an ounce of fucking truth to it. Oh, okay. If they were after Marlena's daughter, then why did Don Wells start driving the Subaru that had Starlink on the 14th and fire his coworker on the 14th to blame everything on the 15th? So, and he's still driving the Subaru on the 15th because Starlink is an extra alibi with your phone and everything. Why would Don Wells need to alibi the fuck up and fire his coworker to blame it all on if they were after Marlena's daughter and not his?
Yeah.
Make that make sense. Nobody was after Marlena's daughter. Nobody was after Summer. Don and Candace Wells was running some sick shit up there on that hill, doing some sick shit to, you know,
Oh
um,
yeah, I believe that
doing some
too.
sick stuff. And let me tell you what, Don and Candace both was, according to Jinkies, Candace confided into her that her and Don both was was had charges of SA on not one but both of them. Those boys, when they took the boys to Child Protective Services, those boys must have told the caseworkers and law enforcement that their parents was doing disgusting stuff to them in order for them to both be charged with fucking SA.
Yeah,
So
right.
this is the shit they were up there fucking running and doing on that hill, and that's what caused Summer to end up all sick, bent over, and they couldn't take her and get any type of treatment because they were scared of going. The cowardly bastards were afraid of going to prison, and to keep their own asses from going to prison, they decided to destroy this little girl. And when Don Wells said that Summer was sacrificed for his fucking sins, he was right. He was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the truth. That was the truth. His daughter was.
I hope it haunts them the rest of their
That's my
life.
opinion. Because of their dirty, low life fucking evilness and the shit that them sick twisted bastards were up there doing was the whole reason this little girl had to be destroyed, to keep them fucks from going to prison. And it would have been a domino effect, and a bunch of them other creeps were in on it as well. They all got drug into it. They all got drug into it. And even that fucking nasty Jody Sue that decided to climb her ass up here on this panel tonight and talk her fucking bullshit, her mumbling fucking bullshit.
Yeah, she had some nerve, didn't she?
Even that sorry ass bitch made up a lion ass fucking scream that was an hour fucking too early. And was getting paid for it. Was getting paid for it by Candace Wells. Fuck her. I don't want nothing to do with that nasty bitch. She knows
Sue's
exactly.
got a lion problem.
Jody Sue knows exactly what the fuck happened to Summer. She knows exactly what happened to Summer. She knows exactly all of their fucking involvements in it. And you know what? And that mumbling bitch has sit over there and made a shit ton of fucking money off the back of this little girl that she fucking, in my opinion, had a hand in. That she had a hand in fucking destroying. That's my opinion. So you can shut the hell up, Jody Sue.
Yeah, I thought she had some nerve to get up there and say what she said.
She's got her audacity to even come out here and show her fucking face.
Yeah, I don't much like her either.
That goddamn freaking ugly mumbling piece of shit.
Listen.
I would have had a conversation with you. I would have gone to a table with you.
Ziggy, pipe down.
Because you're fucking trying to accuse. This is serious to us, Benny.
Why is it so serious?
Because this is our life.
It's what? It's your life?
Work with fucking law enforcement.
You chose this life, Ziggy.
Okay, but I'm married to him now, Benny. I understand.
No, yeah. No, I get it, and I hope that it's. I hope that it's in you.
Because I'm Fred's wife.
Because what?
Because I'm Fred's wife, you can harass us? Is that what you're saying? You're just playing games, dude.
I'm playing games.
It's real. No, what? Ask the real questions. Talk about Summer Wells.
I'm on.
He's trying to ask the real fucking questions, you erratic bitch, and you won't let him. You won't let him ask, and you won't answer. You're just trying to scream and deter the whole damn thing in a different direction to meet your fucking requirements, Ziggy. And your requirements is to protect Fred, right? Shut up.
Drugs because my mom's out of town, right? Okay, Ziggy. Try again, Ziggy. Now check this out.
Why are you
Ziggy.
Erratic? Why are you fucking talking?
Erratic? What are you talking about? You are screaming and hollering. What are you?
And you're putting posts up about Fred laying
Ziggy, how come you and Fred? Listen, Ziggy, how? Hey, Ernie, please. I have a question, and she's not gonna let me get my question in, bro.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Why
Go
did
ahead.
you
You
give?
go for it.
Why did you and Fred? Hold on. Why did you and Fred? Ziggy, please stop. Just one. Let me get one question in, please.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the way it went the whole night. This is the way, it kept going and kept going and kept going.
It
just
probably took him an hour to get the question answered.
I'm going to tell you, and she just made a total fucking ass out of herself, right? A total fucking ass out of herself. And, that's what she does. That's what she does best. Just sit up there and like, what the hell, man? Shut up. Let him ask the question, right? Let him ask the damn question and answer it, bitch. And if you got the answers and you think you do, right? Because you're always answering for Fred. You're always jumping in and answering for this guy. Why? Because
he wasn't there. She don't know what happened.
Fred can't answer for herself. Fred can't answer for herself because it ain't ever the same fucking answer, right? I'm going to tell you something. I've always heard the lights on, but nobody's home. This motherfucker's light ain't even on. His motherfucking light ain't even on. He done so much illegal fucking substances that he can't keep his motherfucking lies straight. He don't, and no one can forever, right? Nobody, people, and when you lie, the problem with lies is when you lie, then you have to make up another lie to cover that lie. And you have to make up another lie to cover that lie. And before you know it, you fucking can't keep up with all them damn lies, but you can keep up with the truth because the truth don't ever change. The truth don't change, but lies do, because you can't remember all the fucking lies you tell because you keep having to cover up and cover up and cover up. And then you know what? the beginning of that damn lie is lost. It's lost and you can't remember it. And that's how people catch you up on it.
Yep.
Other people remember what you first told them. They don't remember, all the bullshit in between as much as they remember what you first told them. Somehow the memory holds what the fuck you first tell.
Yeah.
And
But
but for the liar, it
questions.
don't hold the first memory,
She
right?
shouldn't be answering any questions for Fred because she was not there to tell what really happened.
No, she wasn't there. She wasn't there. But for him to get on his high horse and be so motherfucking scared, it just tells me that his ass was in on it. It just tells me that old boy is scared of whatever, this shitload of dirt they hauled out of there was.
Yeah.
He's afraid of it. He's afraid of it.
Yep.
And that's his problem. That's his problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know what you mean.
This guy right here, look at him. Look at him. He gets more sleep than the average fucking bear. More damn sleep than the average fucking bear. And he still can't fucking, make up one damn lie and stick with it. He ain't smart enough to make up one lie and just stick with the damn thing. Because he can't remember it. He can't remember his first lie.
Yeah. It's just lie after lie after lie, and before you know it.
His first lie, he slept it the fuck off. When he woke up, he made up another one because he didn't remember the first one. And he went back to he slipped that one off and he had to make up another one.
He didn't write it down.
Sleeps them off, right?
Yeah, he didn't write it down. So therefore he can't remember what he said.
He probably can't write. Maybe not even read. I don't know. I don't, look. I think he's been, I think he was fucking born doing illegal shit. I think he was born with a mother freaking, a campfire stove out in the woods, baking shit up,
Yeah.
He wanted to be a fucking chef, but, the only thing he knew how to make was the shit he was out there doing in the woods.
Yep. That place wasn't very secure for anyone to live in, that property he lived in.
I'm going to tell you something, man. Those people, I don't know how these people look when they went into Ben Hill Road, but they motherfucking look wicked as hell, like wicked as hell when they come out. Like they got swords on them and shit. And
oh yeah, that's from drugs.
It's like what the fuck? That's
like
heinous.
They're doing.
Why did you? God.
They're doing the big M word. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's what he was making. That's what he was making.
Right.
Lee.
Ziggy,
she
let
knows what the
him ask
question is
his
going to be,
question
and she
and
don't
I'll
want
let
to
you
hear
answer
it.
it.
You set this up. This whole
Set this up.
No. Hold on,
How
Ziggy.
did
Go
I
ahead,
set
baby.
this up?
Why?
She's saying that he set it up. They didn't even invite her over there. How the hell could Ernie set this up when she wasn't even invited onto his panel? She just took her ass over there and went up on it, right? Put a one in the chat. And she just took her ass over there and went up on his panel. Yes, she did. She wasn't even invited. In order to set something up, you have to, contact everybody and ask everybody to, come in and come up on the panel and discuss things. They didn't invite her. They didn't tell her, they wasn't setting shit up. They were discussing Summer's case and the new stuff that has come to light in it, right? That's what they were discussing. And she motherfucking, took offense to it because obviously, they were telling the truth. They were hitting They were hitting on something that upsetted old Freddie boy to the point he had to go outside and make a phone call to Donald. And her ass decided while he's outside making his phone call with Donald that she's going to run up on his damn panel, right? There you go.
Jeez.
That's why him and Don Wells have connected on Facebook, is so they can motherfucking communicate with each other through Facebook, because you can, and it won't, and there's no way of, no way of tracking it. They can
Right.
FaceTime through fucking Facebook, the way Don and Candace was doing when, at the time that Candace supposedly was out riding around, where she really was scared, waiting for Donnie to come home. She was avoiding law enforcement that was on their way up there. She was avoiding law enforcement until Donnie got in the area, so she could hide behind him because she knows what the fuck they did. And that's my opinion. And I bet you I'm right. I bet you 10 to fucking 1 I'm right. But I'm going to tell you something.
Your opinions always do make sense.
Hey, girl,
What you've
I'm
been
going to tell you.
saying since you've been following this case from day one, I
I'm going
believe
to tell you what.
everything that you say over anybody else.
10 to 1, that I am right. She was out there fucking flying around, avoiding law enforcement in order to wait till Don got home so she could hide behind his ass. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you believe too. She was FaceTiming with him on Facebook so that
I
it couldn't
believe
be
it.
traced. It couldn't be traced. Law enforcement can't tell what you guys were FaceTiming about. There ain't no fucking recording of FaceTiming. And that's what they do. That's what they do. And that's what Fred's been doing with Don Wells. That's why they're friends on freaking Facebook now.
Huh.
Candace took that ass off the hill, went riding around, waiting for Donnie to get there because she knew they done called the police. They done called law enforcement. She left Grandis's ass up there to meet up with law enforcement, and she got in a vehicle and ran off, acting like she's driving around in order to fucking avoid law enforcement until Don was there for her to hide behind. And
Yeah.
and that is the truth. That is the truth. Whether and that shows more guilt. That shows she's guilty as fucking hell as well. I mean, not looking for your kid, not putting out flyers, not wanting billboards, not wanting a reward fund once you find out you fucking can't get it. Everything them fuckers have done has showed nothing but damn guilt. That they're guilty as fucking hell. They're guilty as the day is fucking long. The month is long. The fucking year is long. They're motherfucking guilty bastards. And I'm going to tell you what, all these suspects around them, Jody Sue's, Andy's, Fred Hill, Laura's, and Hunter's, Allison's, all of these motherfreakers are, in my opinion, just as fucking guilty as the Wells because they all put their hands in what went down. And that is what it is.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you, they're like,
them boys are better off without.
I'm going to tell you now, they're like a thrift store. They're like a thrift. Actually, you know what? A thrift store is better. It's better than them. They're like a motherfucking junkyard. They're like a junkyard fucking occult, right? They're like a junkyard backwooded fucking occult. That's what these motherfuckers are like.
Yeah.
A bunch
Ron
of
said
poor,
hi, GG.
they're piss ass poor. They ain't got a fucking pot to piss in, a damn window to throw it out of. They're mother freaking up there. These people, man, I ain't ever seen nothing. This is like not even fucking real. This is like, like you're in the Twilight Zone. You got these people, crapping radiated poo-poo and fucking barrels, like 50 barrels of radiated shit on one hill. My gosh, you know what we got down at Fred's on, and that ain't even really on a fucking hill. That's more like, some freaking flat land. Oh my God. Recycling fucking bin place down there. People getting sores. You get big sores on you and shit. You go on his land. You be picking scabs like Ziggy's doing through her whole lives. And then mother freaking up on the hill up there. Oh my goodness, look at that fucking mess of a thing. Look at the mattress. Look at that fucking mattress. How disgusting it.
Black.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
disgusting.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you,
terrible.
girl. It looked like fucking pigs waddled. It looked like mother freaking pigs waddled on that mattress.
Yeah.
That's what the hell it looked like. It looked like that mattress been in a pig pen.
Yeah, it sure has been. Sure was. Probably had bed bugs and everything else.
I mean, this is an unbelievable case. Unbelievable case. And you have to, in order to go out of the country, you have to go to a doctor and you have to get vaccinated, right? You got to get a bunch of vaccinations to go out of the country. Mother freaking shit. You need a bunch of vaccinations to go on fucking Ben Hill Road.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be vaccinated to go up there on that fucking place. I mean, you have to be vaccinated if you're smart, you wouldn't go. But if you mother freaking go up there, I'm gonna tell you what. You better be in a hazmat suit and everything else. Don't get out your car. Don't get out of your car. When I turned into Ben Hill Road, and I've been there, I turned into Ben Hill Road. I shut my mother freaking AC down. I motherfucking shut my AC off. I locked the freaking doors, right? Before I even turned onto that road. And I was asked, why are you shutting the AC off? I'm like, I don't want none of that smell coming in my fucking vehicle. None of that damn smell. I don't give a fuck how hot it gets from the beginning to the end, which that road ain't that fucking long. But I'm going to tell you something. I did no way in hell I want that shit coming into my motherfucking vehicle. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. And I'm going to tell you right now, and they know when people's coming in there because they got mother freaking, I mean, right on the corner, there's mother freaking dogs alerting everybody. I mean, they know immediately when people's coming in and out of that damn place. No doubt in my mind.
Makes sense.
Exactly. I'm going to tell you, they're sick. Those people are sick up there. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous going down through there, and it's nasty. I mean, like it's garbage city. It's garbage city. There's garbage down the hills. There's garbage. It's like just garbage. Like everybody throws their shit out the windows there around there. They don't know what a garbage can is. They don't know, they don't care to litter. They don't care to litter.
Yep.
Then people
pieces of shit.
Then people don't realize this is God's earth. That this is God's earth and you're supposed to keep it spotless. You're supposed to keep it clean. Well, they don't believe in, in cleanness. They don't believe in picking up all their fucking garbage and putting it in a trash can and sending it, to the city dump.
Yeah.
That shit's everywhere. That shit, I mean, it's everywhere. Everything looks ran down. It's just like on that road, there might be maybe 2, 3 houses that look decent. I'm gonna tell you, for the most part, it's like ran down shacks. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, I believe it.
yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Don and Candace's house doesn't even really look like a house.
Oh
Looks
man,
like
I'm
a
gonna tell
shack.
you what, Jody Sue run her mouth like a queen of fucking Sheba, like she was sitting over there in a fucking mansion, eating fucking grapes, getting packed around, um, on a fucking gold stretcher, all over the place, and like her toilet seat was fucking made of gold and shit. And I'm gonna tell you what, all of a sudden, Ryan finds truth, brings a mother freaking video out of their place up there where he's up there, and oh my god, it was like their mother freaking outhouse had 4 fucking seats, right? Like Papa Bear, Mama Bear, fucking Baby Bear, and an extra. Right? Come on up, Goldilocks. There's a fucking hole for you too. What the hell? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. And and then they got like 50 barrels of radiated poo poo, and then this chick, this woo woo lady that was Ryan's old lady, she gets this big long camera stick or something. I don't even know what the fuck it was. But anyway, she started whipping it around, and in that barrel of radiated poo poo, man, and it's flying all over the place, and you're like, whoa, like she gonna find something down in there, yeah. It went east, it went south. That flying turd's going to go down her mouth, right? It was like freaking disgusting.
Oh
That's like,
wow, that
oh
is
yeah, it
disgusting.
was. It was like, whoa. She gonna be seeing a freaking green lit up mother freaking turd selling around down in there, right?
Yeah.
On her camera, and she's whipping the shit out of it too. I'm like, whoa, that ain't a fish, man. That's a turd. It
Hey
was.
PG. Ron said hi.
I tell me to say hello.
She said hello.
Yeah, it was gross, man. It was
He
gross.
asked if you were staying out of trouble.
Hey, tell him never, never.
Never. Never. Yeah.
PG always in trouble. Always in trouble. Should
Well,
have
you
been my
just tell
middle
it like it
name.
is, and some people don't like to hear the truth.
Should have been my middle name, girl. Trouble.
Mine too.
Yeah, my parents should let me name myself. Motherfucking misery and trouble.
Did you
Question,
and
Benny.
Fred give Ernie the information about Cody Compton and send him out there on that? That's my question.
You could set him up to put him on camera here with Benny. Benny could always ask us.
No. You heard my question, Ziggy. Why did you and Fred give Ernie the Cody Compton information? What does that have to do with any of it?
What are you talking? There's a Cody Compton that lives right there around the 3500
You aren't
block.
answering my question. They are at Fred. Listen, they're at Fred.
Candace has a post of him on her
How come you're not talking about Cody Compton then, but you want Ernie to talk about him?
I'm talking about Cody Compton right now. What are
No, you're talking about Cody because Benny's asking you about Cody. What Benny's saying is, why did you open a fucking live up and talk about Cody Compton yourself instead of trying to deter Ernie with Cody Compton to get him off the hard questions on Fred? That's what Benny wants to know. Why did you guys bring up Cody Compton to deter Ernie away from the hard questions for Fred if you wasn't going to open a live? If Cody Compton was so damn important in Summer Wells' case, why didn't you guys open a live up and bring him to the surface? That's what Benny wants to know, right? And you couldn't answer that, Ziggy. You couldn't answer that because you guys were using. Benny was smart enough to know that you was trying to take Ernie off of your set and put him on Cody's. So basically saying, why the hell are you using Cody, to keep from talking about Fred? Basically. You couldn't answer that.
Oh, you're screaming. No one can hear anything you're saying,
What are
Ziggy.
you talking about, Benny? Why do we want to talk about something that's dangerous?
What's
If he's fucking dangerous, then you shouldn't have tried to throw him under the bus to get the fucking view off of Freddy Boy. Oh, Freddy Boy should have took the medicine. He should have let Ernie ask him the hard questions. He should have answered. If he ain't got nothing to hide and you're not guilty, then answer the hard damn questions, Fred. Answer the questions. Right?
Yeah, right.
Like, why did you lie to everybody, Fred, and say Cotton didn't have no money when you know he did? You told me he did. A lot of money. He was wanting to help buy a boat. Why did you follow him? Why did you follow this man? What was the conversation? What was you protecting Laura against when he was talking to you about Summer? Why don't you tell everybody what the hell you and Cotton was talking about Summer? What was the conversation about Summer on the 14th of February when Cotton came up on a line? Actually, it would have been the 13th of February. What the hell was you guys talking about? You had a conversation on the 13th, the evening of the 13th, at your house about Summer Moon Utah Wells with Cotton. Why don't you tell us what that conversation was? What are you protecting Laura from? You told her, I'm protecting you, Laura. I'm not going to tell you what our conversation was because I'm protecting you. No, Fred, you're protecting your own fucking ass. Why did you follow this man? Why did you follow him if you did? It seems to me like his car was taken around that corner there by the graveyard and just parked. And he was put off of a cliff. So,
Yes.
where did he actually become unalived at? That's my question.
Yeah. You wonder.
Yeah. Open a live up and answer those damn questions, Freddy boy. Why don't you answer those questions?
that now?
It's like
We
he's
don't want to
going
talk about
back
anything dangerous.
on-
Ernie's the one that wanted to take it on. That's why we weren't going to talk about it. Fred,
What's dangerous about it?
He fights lords. Benny, you don't know these people.
Listen,
You don't know these people. You got one of those people right in your fucking house with your daughter, Ziggy. You got one of those fucking people right there under your roof. What the fuck you talking about? You got one right there in your damn house and you ain't fucking scared of it. So shut the fuck up. Right?
right.
listen. Why is it dangerous to Fred if Cody Compton has nothing to do with it? Why is it dangerous to Fred?
Okay, Benny, stop.
No,
What are you
answer the
talking
question, Ziggy.
about? What do you mean? He's on. How do we know if he's involved or not? What are you talking about?
You want Ernie to talk about Cody Compton.
We don't
Meanwhile,
want him to talk about him. He wanted to talk about him.
you're fired up. You are piped up, Ziggy.
Motherfucker. What is
Are
wrong
you on
with
drugs,
you?
Ziggy?
Are you? Do I need to call your probation officer? This is bullshit. You're not supposed to be on here.
No, I am supposed to.
Whoa, you ain't supposed to be on here. Well, I think if Benny wasn't supposed to be on here, he wouldn't. He was off of here for all the time that he was supposed to. And if
Oh,
he
is
didn't have
Benny back
clearance,
now?
and if he didn't get clearance to be back out here, Ziggy, because of bitches like you, if he didn't have clearance, he wouldn't be back out here. He wouldn't be back out here because he knows bitches like you are out here, okay?
Right.
The motherfucking ones that want to report and tell and cause people all the hell and fucking misery and pain that they can, like you do. Yeah, he knows that you're fucking out here. So trust me, he got clearance to be here. Benny's safe. He's safe. There ain't a damn thing you can fucking do. Nothing you can do to mother freaking make Benny unsafe being here. Trust and believe that. Oh boy is way smarter than you will ever fucking be. He came from the fucking hood. You don't understand the hood, Ziggy, with your comfy fucking life. Right? Living with mommy and daddy, getting everything you fucking wanted, even having them raise your daughter. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly. I don't want to hear Ziggy's ass because you know what? She don't know nothing about where the fuck people like me and Benny and us come from. And she don't understand the fucking education we get from being there, right?
Right.
She don't understand that. I'm going to tell you what. He knows. If he wasn't safe being here, he wouldn't be here. That's for damn sure. And let me tell you another thing, Ziggy. How about Fred? How about old Freddie boy? Let's talk about Fred. I sure noticed you didn't want Benny calling Freddie's probation officer. Now, did you? Hell no. So what has Freddie got to hide? What did you not want reported to his probation officer? Oh, you afraid that they might call him in for a quick test and he won't be able to pass it because you guys been doing stuff you ain't supposed to do? The way you rock back and forth and pick your arms and pick your face and pick your legs and pick. That tells me that there's some shit going on in your place. Oh, how about Freddie explain? Why don't you and Freddie explain why you stay up all night to watch the kitchen so your daughter can't get nothing to eat? Why don't you fucking explain that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, ain't that fucking weird?
To be on
No,
here,
you're
honey.
fucking not, dude.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're banned from YouTube. I was here. Do you not fucking remember?
That was bond conditions. I am no longer on bond.
But you're banned from YouTube.
Call him then, Ziggy.
No, I'm not going to call him, but there's a reason.
Then why would you threaten it? I got the thumb on the pulse, I think.
Threatening, I'm responding to your bullshit, Benny.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
I'm responding to your bullshit, Benny! Oh, Benny! Oh my God. Takes me back to that song Candace was trying to sing, right? That damn song. Oh, Benny, I love you, Benny. Can't wait for you to come back to Big Hill Road, Benny. Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Ziggy?
I'm pissed. This is my life.
Are you afraid that someone else is going to buy the rights to it? Like, what are you doing,
Right.
lady?
You do not care.
You going to call my probation officer? That's what you want to do?
No, I'm not going to call your probation. You know I wouldn't.
So
do
you
that.
just threaten,
Oh, yeah, she fucking would. Put a one in the chat if you believe the bitch would. Yes, she would.
I believe she would too.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, she would. No doubt in my damn mind. I'm going to tell you something. That bitch is, I'm going to tell you, man, that bitch right there, she's colder than the North Pole. She's colder than the North fucking Pole, baby. Let me tell you that right now. Hell yeah, she would. No doubt in my mind on that one. You know, she be threatening that shit up. You know she be doing it. Oh yeah, she got some evil shit in her. Let me tell you something, baby. She got fucking she got like demons you don't even want to know about. She got some serious demons up there. I'm gonna tell you, anytime you get in all that woo-woo shit, you be opening the door up for some serious shit, right? You be opening the door up for some
Right.
shit you don't even know is going to come in. You don't even know what the fuck you opening the doors up for with that shit.
Really.
No, I don't, because you called the police on me before trying to get him to put a case on me.
I was the only one.
Yep, she sure did. Yes, she did. That's true. I remember that.
Apologize to you. I apologize
Okay.
to you, and I felt fucking bad.
So now I'm on drugs and you're going to call my probation officer.
Huh?
So now tonight I'm on drugs, my mom's gone, and you're going to call my probation officer.
Okay, I was told that your mom.
How about I call Fred's probation officer? Would you like that?
Oh, the people already have.
No.
Oh, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. That's what she's scared of. That's what she's scared of.
I haven't.
It's not you.
And you know I got away with words, baby.
You're not doing
I got
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
a real way with words, baby. Don't threaten me, queen. So look.
He's not doing anything wrong.
He got that right too. Fucking evil queen.
Benny, that's what you don't get. When you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about.
Exactly, Ziggy.
Okay,
There you go. Exactly. But she got something to worry about, right? Because she got her tail feathers all up in the fucking air, sticking straight up. Having a freaking meltdown. You know, big old meltdown.
She's gonna lose her voice if she don't stop screaming like a maniac.
Oh my gosh.
it's because you're insinuating stuff that's
No,
not
you're
real.
venom.
He's insinuating right. He's insinuating right. And then they made up a story. Put a one in the chat if you heard this story. She made up a story that Fred and this Paul Hill had an altercation when Fred was like 20, and they had a falling out. Even though he found out that it wasn't Fred that stole his goody good stuff, they still had a falling out because of the fact that he accused Fred, and there was hurt feelings. So Fred wasn't ever, really welcomed on his property or around there. But this guy had this property that people could come on and you could fish, do what you want, and leave some money. And, and he was all good with it. But Andy was allowed to go on it. Him and Andy's real good. They're real close. But Fred, he's the black sheep of the family. He ain't allowed to be up there and everything, So basically saying if they find something up there, it's going to be on Andy instead of Fred, right? Put a one in the chat if you heard that shit. I mean, already making up stories to put if they do find something, it's going to be on Andy and not Fred. They're already, that's already the fucking setup. But hell, I knew he's trying to put it on Andy when he tried to say Andy's on the road all day that day, instead of his ass being on the road all day that day, right?
Right.
I mean, he's been trying to, maybe he feels that Andy's going to, that Andy's going down anyway for supplying the stuff that was, to sedate those little girls so they could be touched, right? As Jody Sue said. So maybe he feels that Andy's going down anyway and might as well go down for it all instead of bringing him down with it too for his part in it when Candace showed up with the little girl at his house and Cotton seen Summer in that box, right? Why should Fred go down, with everybody else, just because he had, just because he helped clean up everything up, right? Because he helped clean it up, with all the shit that they were doing. So, why should he go down?
Right.
And, and if he had an altercation, here's my question, and this is where I'm going to show you that they're fucking liars. If he had altercations with his uncle when he's 20, because his uncle bought that property after Fred was 20, how would Fred know? How would Fred know about who the uncle allows up there And how would he know that the uncle would like, you to pay some money and stuff to be up there? How would he know all the shit going on the uncle's property if he had an altercation with him and hadn't fucking had nothing to do with the man since, he was 20 years old?
Yeah,
How
it don't
would he
make
know all of
sense.
this shit? How would he know everything going on? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, if you could tell me everything that's going on somewhere, then don't tell me that you don't go around it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
can smell
you
that
do.
bullshit a
I know
mile
you
away.
do. Wow, it's crazy, ain't it, girl?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me.
Yes.
I'm eating a Kit Kat bar.
Yeah, so do I.
You are past.
I did Don and Candace. Candace, Don probably called Fred up to his place when he gave him that car and everything. He said, "What would you do for a Kit Kat bar?" Right? What would you do? What would you do for a Kit Kat? What would you do for a fucking Klondike bar? I bet he'd do a whole lot for a Klondike bar. He'd probably do a lot for a Kit Kat, but damn, Klondike bar, man. I think that Fred got a motherfucking ran down vehicle to get his ass in a lot of trouble, helping some people do some dirty fucking deeds that he should have stayed the hell away from, right?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Pissed. You are
I am,
venomous.
because you're coming
Why?
up with bullshit because you're trying to freaking
Tell me, okay,
reality.
just pipe down for a minute. What has actually been bullshit though? Tell me which part.
You're accusing us of something because we freaking talked to something up to Ernie about privacy.
What am I accusing you of?
That's not on us.
Ziggy, what am I accusing you of? Just tell me that.
On my channel before he even put it out, I even said watch Ernie's later.
Ziggy, what am I accusing you of?
Oh yeah, you're not accusing of anything. You were just saying something about Fred.
No, you just said I'm a baby. You are all over the place, honey.
Well,
just settle down. Settle down.
See? They're interrogating me. They're interrogating me. Anytime these
Poor
motherfucking people,
Ziggy.
I'm going to tell you, anytime these motherfuckers are feeling interrogated, it's because they're guilty as hell. Put a one in the chat if you agree with that, because I couldn't feel interrogated.
I agree with it 100%.
Ain't no fucking body can interrogate PG. And you want to know why nobody can interrogate PG? Because PG's completely mother freaking innocent. They ain't a damn soul in this world can fucking interrogate me because I'm innocent. You know why I'm innocent? Because I am a God-fearing, upstanding, righteous, law-abiding citizen. Right?
Yeah.
And I can't be interrogated because I don't break the fucking law. I don't do anything evil that I have to worry about. So you know what? You're not interrogating my ass. You're not going to interrogate me. I'm going to interrogate you. I'm going to interrogate your ass if you even try. If you even try to say that I done something I didn't do, you're going to get interrogated. Because I am not going to ever feel interrogated about anything. I'm innocent. And I am out there to help solve crimes, not fucking commit them. Right?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, guilty people always feel like they're being interrogated. Guilty people always don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They always want to divert the conversation off in another fucking direction so that they don't have to talk about it, right?
Exactly.
And they're very damn good at it. They're very damn good at it. And I'm going to tell you, it probably starts in childhood. It probably starts in childhood where, the parents know that the kid has done something wrong. The kid knows it done something wrong. And the parents start to ask it about what they believe the kid has done wrong, and the kid diverts the conversation off on a neighbor or about something else that happened. They try to get the parents' attention off somewhere else. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes the parents say, I don't give a damn about this and this. We want to talk about, this particular topic. Sometimes the parents, if the parents ain't real intelligent, they're not really too smart, they'll be like, what happened at the neighbor's house? Yours didn't say, and they can be diverted off. And I think this kind of stuff starts very young, and I think they become fucking, masters of being able to do this kind of shit as they get older. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Um, from past experiences with with people that do these kind of stuff. It seems to start young. But as you've seen, she wasn't going or wanting to cooperate with, what was going on there. She was not, about to get into an altercation of answering questions that, legible questions that was going to help Summer's case about, this property, about Fred's, connections and involvement with this particular Paul Hill, what they might have been looking for, searching to get. She wasn't about to, answer no questions upon any of that. That's just my, my opinion.
Yeah.
And the reason that she wasn't wanting to answer anything, is because they have all to hide, nothing, and certainly nothing to gain from, from telling the truth, and other than prison, by, being honest and answering the questions righteously.
Right.
They're not going to do that. It's just the way it is. But anyway, I've kept everybody here long enough tonight, right? I've kept you guys here long enough. I think we've covered a lot of ground. But we'll be back, God willing, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to talk about what they're looking for down there. What exactly went on at Paul Hill's place? What went on in that vicinity right there that law enforcement was so interested in? We're going to talk about that. Absolutely.
I'll try to be here.
And we're going to continue. Hey, girl, I appreciate you coming up and hanging out with me tonight. God bless you.
Yeah, you too.
But we're going to absolutely stay on this until we get the answers to what is going on Van Hill Road, and who's involved, and what exactly have they uncovered that's got law enforcement all worked up and working overtime right now. They're working overtime right now. Trust and believe that. They're working overtime with all this dirt. So, what's got all of this going, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. They owe us an explanation out here. They owe us an explanation. We all love and care about this little girl. We, the people, have a damn right to know. We have a right to know where our tax dollars are going and what our tax dollars are going for. Right?
Right.
We have that right. So, we're going to stay on top of it. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. Christmas is coming upon us. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a whole lot of children that wanted to be here, but they're not here because of this kind of fucking evilness. Because of this kind of evilness right here, destroying them.
Summer just never had a chance, and it's so sad, the situation.
A lot of these babies had no chance.
Right.
They don't pick their parents.
That's so sad.
But their parents decided. If you decide to have a child, you decide to do everything in your power to love it, to watch over it, and to protect it, not destroy it. And I'm going to tell you right now, evil is the reason so many of these children who wanted to have Christmas this year ain't having it.
I know
And
what you mean.
these babies don't have a voice, girl. We are their voice. They don't have a voice, and we're going to continue to be their
That's
voice.
right.
We want justice served. We want justice served, and we want this evil that kept these children from having a Christmas this year put in prison where it belongs.
Most definitely.
That's what we want.
Yep.
And you know what? Law enforcement is Santa Claus in this, and in that aspect, they are Santa Claus. And we expect them to deliver. We'd expect them to deliver. Amen.
Amen.
All right, girl. I'm going to head out of here, and I appreciate
It was good talking to you.
Hey, it's good talking to you. It's good seeing you, knowing that you're okay, girl. You've been with me from day one. God bless.
Yep. God bless you.
Hey, I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow night, God willing.
Okay.
All right. You have a nice night, girl.
You too.
I'm going to head out of here, you guys, but I don't ever head out without asking you. Keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up for these babies. Keep them going up for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Keep them going up for Sebastian Rogers, Michael Vaughn, little Jack and Lily, Emmanuel. So many babies. Keep those prayers going up for the Idaho Forest families. You know, what people don't understand is it's a chain reaction. It's a chain reaction. You touch so many people. When you do evil, you touch so many other people's lives, right? You touch so many other people's lives. There's people out here that actually do love and care about everybody. Not somebody, but everybody. And they don't want nobody done like this. They want nobody done like this. And this is a chain reaction. And we are a voice for the voiceless. No matter how young or how old they are, we are a voice for the voiceless. And we're going to continue to be. We're going to continue to be. And I'm going to tell you, we can't move mountains, but God can. We can't tell trees to uproot and go here or there, but God can. It's our faith that moves those mountains. It's our faith that moves those trees. It's our faith. Jesus said, ye have little faith, you could walk on water too if you wanted to. If you had enough faith in God, we could be just like him and walk on that water too. It's all about faith. And I have a lot of faith in my God, and I know my God's going to bring all of this to the light. I know he will. No doubt in my mind. If we continue to pray, we continue to have faith, I believe God's going to allow Summer to be found, and we're going to know exactly what happened to her, and we're going to get that closure that we so want and we so need, and she's going to get that place of peace and rest that she deserves as well. We're going to get everything. And her brothers, they need closure the most. They need it the most because they've got a whole life ahead of them, and they have been gaslighted and made to believe that what happened could be their fault. And we need to pray that they get the answers they need. And Summer needs to get a place to rest, a place of her own, so that everybody can be thankful and grateful and move on from this. Summer will not ever be forgotten, but I pray to God that she is found. I pray to God she is found and the answers come to the light of what happened to this child for everyone's sake, for Summer's sake, for her brother's sake, for our sake. I pray that God lightens just one of these wicked people's hearts and lets them spill the beans. In the name of his son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Just one, Lord, just one. That's all we need. Good night, everybody. God bless. Much love. Keep the prayers going up for one another and be good. Be good. Thank you.